saddled with the responsibility of reducing traffic accidents by half before 2030, stressing the urgent need to address the increasing road accidents on the highways and in the cities caused by non-adherence to traffic regulations. The Vice President, who chairs the National Road Safety Advisory Council, highlighted the importance of leveraging technology and enforcing discipline to improve road safety, emphasizing the interconnected nature of road safety with border security concerns. Corps Marshal Shehu Mohammed says the National Road Safety Advisory Council is a critical aspect of the updated Nigeria Road Safety Strategy 2021 to 2030, outlining the Council's primary functions to include setting national road safety targets, coordinating efforts between federal, state and local government, and overseeing the implementation of strategic initiatives. The Council's membership includes 6 governors representing the 6 geopolitical zones, various ministers, the National Security Advisor, and the President of the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria. Zamfara State Police Command has arrested 6 foreigners from Burkina Faso and Niger Republic in connection with illegal mining and terrorism in the state. The State Commissioner of Police, Mohammed Shehu, paraded the suspects at the command headquarters, Gusau.
The federal government has since in 2019 placed an embargo on mining activities in all parts of Zamfara state as part of measures to address the prevailing security challenges in the state, which are often linked to gold mining. Though the ban is still enforced, the mining activities seem to have continued unabated in some parts of the state. This is the latest arrest of the suspected illegal miners, numbering 13, by the operatives of the Zamfara State Police Command. 3 of the suspects, who are from Burkina Faso, were arrested in Anka local government area of the state, where the mining site of the recently killed bandit kingpin Halilu Sububu is said to be located.
We are trying to find out where they kept their arms, because we believe they are fully armed. They have taken over the mining pits led by late Halilu Buzu. We want to find out their relationship, how they came and entered into that bush and remained there doing mining and nothing has happened to them.
Exhibits recovered from the suspects are some dangerous chemicals used in extracting gold. Others are 10 illegal miners arrested in Telata Mafra local government area of the state with many bags of mineral processing chemicals. Also paraded are 3 other foreigners from the Niger Republic arrested with 3 locally fabricated AK-47 rifles and an AK-47 ammunition. CP Dalijan reiterates the commitment of the Zamfara State Police Command to ensuring that the federal government's subsisting ban on mining activities in all parts of the state is fully enforced. In Gusau, Jamilu Ibrahim, Nta News.
In an effort to live up to expectations as the lead agency for border security, the Nigeria Immigration Service is embracing cutting-edge technology like never before. In an address to newly promoted senior officers, Comptroller General Kemi Nandap says the service is determined to meet the demands of a 21st century immigration service. Victor Azu reports.
It's a new dawn for the Nigeria Immigration Service as the leadership decorates some of its finest. 15 officers join the ranks of Assistant Controllers General and 95 become controllers. But for these officers, it's not just about titles, it's a call to greater responsibility. Among those decorated is Seidu Bashir Daura, now one of the newly promoted Assistant Controllers General. His steady rise through the ranks is testament to his dedication to national service.
Hails from River State.
And for 5 officers like Nene Rupabo, the day comes with a special honor: accelerated promotion for innovation in service. Orupabo's work in passport processing has earned her service-wide acclaim.
I will make sure that wherever I am sent to serve, that I will do even better than I have done before.
We are ready to face any task ahead of us. And I think immigration now is changing.
This is a word of hard working, dedication, and a service to the nation.
The Comptroller General wants the newly promoted officers to view their new ranks as an invitation to elevate the service with the tools of the future: technology, efficiency, and accountability.
This promotion must be seen as a call to greater responsibility. with a renewed focus on border governance, migration management, and the application of cutting-edge technology in our operations.
As they leave this hall, these officers carry with them not just new ranks, but a renewed mission to serve, protect, and innovate. In Abuja, Victor Azu, Nta News.
We now go to the treasure base of the nation, which is Rivers, where local government elections is also scheduled to hold. We will now link with our correspondent, Robinson Derataide, to get the situation reports. Good morning, Robinson. What's happening in the Garden City?
Garden City is very peaceful. You know that this local government election came with some level of agitations and legal litigations. But the good thing is that the election has fully commenced. I am presently at Abonima in Akokotoro local government area of the state. We are in Ward 10, Unit 4, where there is massive turnout of voters who have come out to vote. On my way from Port Harcourt to the Kalabari Axis, we saw a good number of polling units where people have come out to cast their votes. And presently the situation is calm, is peaceful, and there are voters on ground that are casting the ballot. We have one of the voters here who is also a leader in this Tami Danago, who will be speaking to us. Sir, we want to know what is exactly the situation, because the voting started at around 9 a.m. What is the reason for the few delay?
Well, talking about delay, honestly, if you look at the trend of voting in this area, 9 o'clock is not really delayed. Most of the elections conducted by INEC start even 10 or 11 or thereabout. Given the logistic situation here, by the time they finish distributing to all the wards, this is Ward 10. So before they finish, even if they start around 7, before they finish distributing Ward 1 up to 10, 9 o'clock, we are used to that kind of time. So I think everything is okay.
Okay, so what's the situation generally in your local government?
You can see by the grace of God. They said that the minority will have their say. They have been saying and they have been talking, but the majority will have their way. The people of Rivers State are determined. They are determined to have this election hold, and it is holding. I mean, one man or one group or a few individuals cannot impose on Rivers State that election should not hold. It's not possible.
Okay, what is the enthusiasm of the people that are coming?
You can see it on the faces of the people. You can see, in fact, what is happening today is a vote, virtually a vote of no confidence on the police. Even without police, look at it, the election is peaceful. The election is peaceful, and everything is going on very well. There is no hiccups anywhere.
Yes, as we were saying, everything is peaceful. And the background chanting you are hearing are excited voters who came in to cast their ballot. The number is massive, and everybody is happy. And presently, there is no any situation from anywhere presently in Rivers State. So the situation is calm.
Many thanks, our correspondent there, Robinson Derataide, for keeping us up to speed with the electoral process in Rivers State. Many thanks. Still on Rivers State, Igbene Emmanuel, a politician and civil society activist, is urging the leadership of the People's Democratic Party to resolve its internal crisis, which will in turn restore peace to the political crisis in Rivers State. Igbene made a briefing in Abuja, also enjoined the leadership of the National Assembly to invoke Section 11 of the Nigerian Constitution in resolving the crisis bedeviling Rivers State House of Assembly.
This whole thing about Rivers State is purely political. and that the PDP is the number one culprit. The PDP leadership has failed because it is divided because of that crisis. Some remain firm in support of Atiku. They have the right to do so. While others believe that Wike's insisting that nobody should assume ownership of the party, they also have the right to do so. Then the National Assembly, it is their constitutional duty under Section 11 to ensure peace, order in any state where there is no valid legislative arm of government, House of Assembly, and that has been the case with Rivers State.
The 30-day National Youth Conference being planned by President Bola Tinubu has been described as an opportunity to set agenda and ways to move Nigeria forward. A youth group, the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria Initiative, URNI, says it is strategizing to ensure that Nigerian youth actively contribute to the development of the country. The non-governmental organization disclosed plans to build capacity of 30 million young entrepreneurs in the country.
We want to start from somewhere to build our own nation. We are not here to tell you that we have gotten everything right. We have gotten all the strategies and everything we're going to use to make the change within a twinkle of an eye or to make the change overnight. We are here to tell you that yes, we have the potentials. We have everything it takes. We have the people, the human resources, we have the natural resources, we have everything it takes to make Nigeria a better place.
Spreading out this message, right? So the youth needs to be properly oriented. We want to promote the positive image of Nigeria. We want to make them see reasons why they should be patriotic Nigerian citizens, right? Like the chairman of the Advisory Committee said, Nigeria can only be built by Nigerians.
So as a people, as an organization, we want to focus into agro-tech initiatives for our young persons. How will they become farmers, proudly farmers, and call themselves, oh, I'm a farmer. And then before you know it, these young persons, using technology, of course, is doing well in the, in the agro space.
There's a lot we are putting together by God's grace. By this time next year, our tech hub in Lubi will be set, where we intend to train at least 300 youth every year on tech entrepreneurs. There's a lot of activity we are putting together. To us, we can't put everything, we can't rely on government to do everything for us. Government cannot do everything for us. Until when Nigerians started seeing that we need to help one another. And one of the key things is the love. We need love in this country.
Aside empowerment initiatives, URNI is also imparting values that would reawaken the spirit of patriotism among the youth population. You're watching the news at 10 on Nta News24. More reports will return. Thanks for being there. Ekiti State government has received 15 compressed natural gas buses from the federal government to cushion the effect of the fuel subsidy removal and to reduce the cost of transportation in the state. At the handover ceremony in Ado Ekiti, the governor, Biodun Ibanji, commended the efforts of President Bola Tinubu for the initiative, which will deliver cheaper, safer and more climate-friendly energy to Nigerians. Olukemi Soni has details.
After months of detailed planning and background works, the Presidential Committee on Compressed Natural Gas Initiative is delivering on President Tinubu's vision and promise. With 15 compressed natural gas buses, inauguration of 7 conversion centers, 34,000 kits and 5,000 CNG tricycle, Ekiti State is working in realization of the President's vision to get 1 million natural gas-propelled vehicles on the roads by the year 2027.
Despite the fact that we have the highest reserve of natural gas in Africa. So Mr. President is saying we need to look in, we need to utilize what God has given us, and we need to leverage it for the development of Nigeria. It's about job creation, it's about reducing the cost of transportation, it's about ensuring more economic growth.
The governor represented at the event said the state has perfected plans and will continue to support and key into initiatives that will profit and better the lot of the citizens. With the launch of the PCNGI, Ekiti State will be resuscitating its moribund mass transit very soon to be plying Ekiti, Abuja, and Lagos State.
We make it easy for those who want to set up conversion centers to do so. The state is already committed to CNG in power, so this is an additional commitment to CNG.
This program serves as an incentive to the Nigerian Union of Road Transport Workers, NATO, and the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria members in Ekiti State to convert their vehicles free of charge. In Ado-Ekiti, Olukemi Sani, NTA News.
Today is 2024 World Teachers Day. It is to primarily recognize the invaluable role of teachers and the need for systemic changes in the profession and get global support for teachers. The theme is valuing teacher voices. We are now being joined by an educationist, Dr. Philip Hayab, via Zoom from Kaduna to speak on the day. Good morning, Dr. Hayab. How can you quantify the contributions of teachers to the society?
Good morning, NTA. Teachers are very, very important because teachers are nation builders. It is evident that no nation can develop beyond the level of the education she offers, and therefore teachers are the instrument by which these young people or the next generation and generations to come are being molded. So teachers are very important and they have contributed greatly to the development of Nigeria. And as I'm speaking to you now, if not for teachers, I would not have been able to make it to the point where I earned a doctorate. And then you who is anchoring the news and all the people on the board in the engineering unit and other units, we have been molded by teachers. Therefore, teachers are nation builders and they have contributed a lot, particularly in Nigeria and the world over.
All right, Dr. Hayab, just before I let you go, what needs to be done to enhance the profession?
Yes, one of the issues that we have in Nigeria today is the presence of unqualified teachers. So we need to actually make it very difficult, if not impossible, for anybody to come to the classroom without due registration like you have with the Council of Nigerian Nurses, like you have with the Medical Association of Nigeria, you have with the Nigerian Bar Association. We should make the registration of qualified teachers a mandatory prerequisite for anybody to be employed to come to the classroom. Secondly, I would call on the government to ensure that the incentives of teachers is improved, because one of the challenges teachers have all over the world and particularly in Nigeria is the challenge of their payment. Their payment is not encouraging, and once someone does not get an encouraged remuneration, they are likely not going to be very motivated. So if we can improve the quality of teachers and improve the remuneration of teachers and indeed maybe make more funding or provide more funding for education, I believe that Nigeria will grow beyond the level that we are today.
All right, many thanks, Dr. Philip Hayab, for your input on the 2024 World Teachers.
Thank you for having me.
And away from education, Harness Innovation Railway, Marine and Blue Economy transport subsectors is dominating conversation and renewing approach to best practices by key players. This is coming at an annual seminar organized by Transport Innovation Correspondence Association. Tokwe Alabi reports.
countries, transportation accounts for 6 to 12% of the gross domestic product, but in Nigeria it is between 3.4 and 5.9%. This conversation by Abuja Transport and Aviation correspondents understands mobility as one of the key components that network the transport sector with the economy.
We are talking about the CNNG, the LNNG, the AKK, cycling, and other non-fuel transport. We will explore a possible network and potential partners that can transform the transportation business and open doors to future collaborations.
And discussants at this seminar, including the Minister of Transportation, believe harnessing the potential is key to the function of all layers of the economy.
You must therefore remain committed, diligent, and professional in discharging your public informative disseminator role to carry the teeming Nigerians along in appreciating the dynamics of the present administration's transformative agenda of prioritizing transportation on top scale of its governance strategy.
The reason why you have foodstuffs being very expensive in the market is because of our transport systems. Sustainability deals with two factors. Factor number one is affordability, and factor number two is availability.
There are issues around policy frameworks, passengers, freights, and information on mobility as reliable indicators of sustainable economic development.
This is a very good time for the Transport Ministry and Ataka to come together and look at some of the transport issues. So it's very germane.
In Nigeria today, we have the inland waterways with 28 states connected by water. For goodness sake, what are the vehicles, the heavy-duty vehicles doing on the roads?
While conversation at this seminar seek a review of the country's transport policy, participants are keen on workable policy for a better transportation system in Nigeria. In Abuja, Tope Alabi, Nta News.
The Anambra State Labour Party caucus in the National Assembly has criticized an executive bill before the Anambra State House of Assembly, allegedly seeking to enact a state and local government's joint account law. At a briefing in Abuja, the caucus notes that the bill tagged Anambra State Government's Local Government Administration Law 2024 contains provisions that are contrary to the recent Supreme Court decision granting financial autonomy to local governments in the country.
But to make a law and be deducting this, siphon this money again, we will not allow it to. We want to tell the press, to tell National State Assembly members, especially our members, to reject that law.
To critically look at their section 17, subsection 1, ABC. That's the core cross of his special advisor, who will be chairman to manage the supposed 20% they want to pass.
We're also calling on members of the Anambra State House of Assembly to be mindful of the judgment of history.
Yes.
People who sit over bad laws, they will not be on that seat forever.
Members of the caucus appealed to state legislatures to make laws that align with public interests. And that concludes the news at 10 on Nta News 24. Thanks for watching. I am Olajide Bello.